What is up, my Tickle Me crew? This is Chad here, and today I'm bringing you kind of a funny little Wi-Fi battle that I had earlier today against Omar. And Omar's a guy from my Twitch, and looking at Omar's team, his team far outclasses mine. He's actually bringing 2 Ubers, which kind of sucks for me, but hey, it's whatever. So Omar is bringing a Dragonite, Torterra, Gengar, and this Gengar does in fact, it turns out this Gengar is a Mega Gengar, which is banned. But, you know, it's whatever. Noivern, Aegislash, which is also banned, and his last Pokemon being the Breloom. While I'm bringing the Minccino or Chinchino, I'm not sure, I get those two mixed up all the time. Mienshao, Togetic, Marshtomp, Gogoat, and the Heliolisk. And I was stupid, I actually brought the wrong Heliolisk, but this was a really funny battle, so I hope you guys will enjoy. So the battle begins, and Omar decides to lead off with his Breloom, as I lead off with my Gilbert, the Minccino or Chinchino. And since Gilbert's a normal type, I'm obviously going to have to switch out here, fearing any type of fighting type move. And I'm just going to switch out into my Gogoat here, on the off chance that he wanted to go for the Spore and try to put something to sleep. But he's actually going to go straight for the fighting type move, the Mach Punch, which Gogoat's going to take like a champion. So right here, I was predicting my opponent to switch out. I'm not sure what he was going to go into, so I just played it safe and I went for the bulk up to raise my attack and defense. My opponent decides to bring out the Noivern, and that's pretty scary for me because most Noivern carry like Air Slash or Flamethrower, and since Gogoat's a grass type, I don't want to really take either. So I'm just going to go for the bulk up there, get some HP recovery with my leftovers, and switch the hell out. And I believe I go into Omelette, the Togetic here. And Togetic's a Pokemon I've always wanted to use, so I'm so happy I finally got a chance to use it. He's going to go for the Air Slash here, which isn't going to do that much damage to me. And right here, he pulls something out of left field. He goes for the Super Fang, which I have never seen on a Noivern. But that's pretty incredible. So I'm going to go for the Ancient Power, expecting it to do a little bit more damage than that, and also hoping for the stat boost. But unfortunately, it doesn't do much damage, and I don't get the stat boost. So he's just going to go for the Air Slash again. I guess he's hoping for like the flinch or whatever, so I'm going to go for the Roost and get my HP back. He's going to go for the Super Fang again and cut my HP in half, as I go for the Dazzling Gleam here, which I was kind of expecting to kill, but unfortunately for me, since my Togetic does not have any EVs in special attack, that Noivern's going to stay around a little while. So he's going to bring in his Aegislash here, so I'm obviously going to have to switch out. I'm going to go for the Roost and get the hell out of here because I don't want to take any Iron Heads or any Steel type moves from this Aegislash since I'm part Fairy type. So I'm going to switch out here. I'm going to go actually into my Marshtomp here because I'm Eviolite Marshtomp. So I know I can take any hit from this Aegislash, and I can basically wall his Aegislash all day long. And he's going to change forms here. He's going to go for the Shadow Claw, and it doesn't do much damage at all. Luckily for me, he doesn't get the crit. I believe Shadow Claw is one of those moves that has like a high critical hit ratio. And he's going to bring out his Torterra here, which is really scary for me as I go for the Curse, raising my attack and defense and lowering my speed. So I'm obviously going to have to switch out here because Marshtomp is 4 times weak to grass and Torterra is a grass type. So I'm going to switch out. I'm going to go into my Espa, which is actually my Meowstic. And he's going to go for the Leech Seed, but he actually misses, thank God. And he's going to switch out. I think he goes into his, Aegislash. So right here, since he switched, he gave me the opportunity to set up a Reflect. And I believe I'm going to switch out here. I'm going to go back into my Marshtomp, I'm pretty sure. And try to wall him again, as he's just going to keep going for the Shadow Claw, I believe. And once again, he doesn't get the crit. I don't even think this entire battle he got a crit with Shadow Claw, so that's awesome. That's pretty awesome luck on my part. So he's going to switch out again, and he's going to bring out the Torterra once again. And I'm going to have to obviously switch out again. But instead of going for the Curse that time, I went for the Earthquake because I kind of predicted his Torterra to come back. So I just wanted to get a little bit of damage on this thing. I knew that it wasn't going to do much, but he's going to get Leftovers Recovery, almost putting him back to full, which kind of sucks. That Earthquake did like nothing to him. So I'm going to go back into Omelette as he sets up the Leech Seed, which really sucks for me because now he's going to get constant recovery from that and his Leftovers. So I think he was expecting me to go for like an Air Slash or something, so I believe he switches out here. as I'm going to go for the Toxic here, try to Toxic this Torterra, because getting any kind of residual damage on Torterra would be nice since it's so bulky. But I guess he predicted the Toxic, and he goes into his Aegislash, which is immune since it's a Steel type. So he's going to get some some Leech Seed recovery off from that Torterra. So I'm going to switch out, getting rid of his Leech Seed, and I'm going to go back into my Gogoat here, as I believe he goes once again for the Shadow Claw here, and it's not going to do much damage to me, which is really nice. And that's kind of weird. Gogoat doesn't really have like a great defense stat. I mean, it is kind of bulky, but it's more specially defensive. But he's going to switch out here. I predicted the switch, so I believe I went for the, what's it called? The Bulk Up. Oh wait, no, right here I went for the Milk Drink here, just to get my HP back to full. As he brings in the Torterra again. I'm not sure why he brought into the Torterra, but this is where the fun begins. And so basically, this is a really stally part of the battle. So I'm probably going to cut out here in a moment and just speed up this part of the battle because it is really stally. Basically, all we're doing is setting up all over each other. So I'm using my Bulk Ups to raise my attack and defense, as he's using Curse to raise his attack and defense and lower his speed. So I'm going to cut out here, and I will be right back once this stall fest is over. Alright, so right here, he decides that he's just going to go for the Crunch. I was kind of expecting us just to go all the way straight to +6 attack and +6 defense, but I guess he didn't want to do that, so he goes for the Crunch. Unfortunately, he gets the defense drop, but right here, I pay him back for that defense drop. I go for the Horn Leech, and I actually get a crit here, and that's enough to take out the Torterra. And since I got a crit, it canceled out all of his defense boosts, but kept my attack boost, so that crit was so lucky. Now, I honestly think that the crit didn't matter in the long run, because between Torterra and my Gogoat, I think I would have won that battle. But he's actually going to go into his Noivern here, and he goes for the Air Slash. I actually stayed in because I didn't want to waste all these boosts. Plus, I am specially defensive, so I knew I could at least live one. And I go for the Horn Leech here, and that's actually going to take out the Noivern, which is really great. Noivern is kind of a threat to my team. Just because that Super Fang really caught me off guard, and he could cut any of my Pokemon's attack, or HP rather, in half. So that's a little scary. He's actually going to go into his Dragonite here. He's going to use the Ice Beam, and I was actually expecting this Dragonite to kill me, but that Ice Beam doesn't do much damage. Gogoat is so bulky. I'm just going to keep going for the Horn Leech. I'm going to break his Multiscale, which is really nice, because that's definitely something I need to get rid of ASAP, because Multiscale Dragonite is a huge threat. So right here, I believe he's just going to keep going for the Ice Beam. He actually, he tells me that he has the Quick Claw here. That is crazy. I've never heard of a Quick Claw Dragonite, but whatever works. I mean, I'm just going to go for the Horn Leech again. I'm basically just slowly whittling down this Dragonite because I know he doesn't have leftovers. And I know I can win this battle just because he doesn't have leftovers, and I have the Milk Drink, so I can get my HP back basically whenever I want. Unless he gets the freeze on me with his Ice Beam. So he's actually going to change it up. He's going to go for the Fire Punch there, I guess hoping for a burn. But unfortunately for him, he doesn't get the burn. I go for the Milk Drink just because my HP is kind of getting low. And I get a little leftovers recovery here. And I go for another Bulk Up here because I wanted to get to +6. I was at +5 up until this point, but now I am at +6, so my attack is maxed out, basically, and my defense is still at +5 because his Crunch earlier knocked it down one stage, so that's fine. So he's going to go back to using Ice Beam, so I'm praying that he doesn't get a freeze. I'm going to go for the Milk Drink here just to get back up to full health and start whittling away at this Dragonite again. Alright, so finally this Dragonite is dead. Sorry for the second stallfest, but I'm probably going to just speed all that up. So finally the Dragonite's dead, and I knew I could live, or I knew I could words. I knew I could win that little stall battle because I do have the milk drink and he doesn't have leftovers. So right here, he's going to go into his Gengar, and he's going to reveal that he is in fact the Mega Gengar, which is banned, but it's okay. I actually carry the Earthquake on this Gogoat. He's actually going to go for the Sludge Bomb here, and I thought I was dead, but Gogoat lives with 5 HP, and I go for the Horn Leech again, because I thought it honestly would kill at +6. Words again. Gengar's not really that bulky of a Pokemon, but unfortunately for me, it does live. And right here, he underestimated the power of Gogoat, and he goes for the the Shadow Ball. And I actually lived the Shadow Ball with like 2 HP, and I take out the Gengar with an Earthquake. And so Gogoat is just going on a fucking rampage on this guy's team. So I'm going to get some leftovers recovery, and I believe he goes back into his Aegislash. And unfortunately for me, this Aegislash does in fact carry the Shadow Sneak, which really sucks. So that's going to put an end to my Gogoat sweep. I think Gogoat ended up like taking out 4 of his team. And so I think he's got 2 Pokemon left. So right here, I figured I had the battle in the bag. So right here, I just kind of jacked around a little bit. So I'm going to bring out the Marshtomp because I know I can basically wall this Aegislash all day long. So I'm going to go for the Rest and get all of my HP back. This is a Rest Sleep Talk set, so basically he can't kill me with his Aegislash. So this next turn, I'm just going to go for the Sleep Talk as my opponent decides to go again for the Shadow Claw. I guess he's hoping for crits, but unfortunately for him, he didn't get crits. So I go for the Sleep Talk, and I get Curse, which isn't terrible, but I mean, it would have been better if I got the Earthquake, because this next turn, I believe he's going to switch back into Shield form, and an Earthquake wouldn't kill. Oh wait, no, actually he does decide just to switch out, rather than switching forms. So he's going to go into his Breloom here, and I'm going to go for the Sleep Talk on the switch here, and I believe I get Curse again, unfortunately, so I'm not really getting lucky with my Sleep Talks, and so yeah, there's the Curse, and I believe I just stay in here because, I mean, I figured I had the battle anyway, so I might as well give him something. So I stay in. He's going to go for the Seed Bomb, and I believe that's going to do... Okay, never mind. I was going to say I thought it killed, but it does a decent amount of damage, so I go for the Sleep Talk. I actually end up waking up, so had I gone for the Earthquake, I would have gotten at least some damage on this Breloom, but he's going to take me out with another Seed Bomb, and I'm just going to go into my I almost said Meowstic rather, and I'm just going to go for the Psychic because it is super effective on Breloom. Unfortunately, it doesn't kill because he is Focus Sashed, but another Psychic should do the trick. But he's going to go for the Stone Edge, I guess, hoping for crits again, and he goes for the Mach Punch, as I believe I just go for the Psychic here to take out his Breloom. So that's a dead Breloom. His last Pokemon is the Aegislash at this point. And basically, I know I can wall his Aegislash fairly well. So he's going to bring in his Aegislash, and let's see, I think I go for the Reflect here, just to raise my team's defense, because this Aegislash is a physical one rather than a special one. He's going to change forms. He's just going to keep going for the Shadow Claw, because that's, like, I guess his only attacking move, apparently. Well, that and Shadow Sneak. I'm actually really surprised he didn't go for Shadow Sneak. He could have killed me, but he's going to go for the King Shield. Really don't know why. I guess he's stalling out my my Reflect. I go for the Thunder Wave, and that's going to paralyze him. It doesn't really matter because I don't even think I got any Parahacks on him at all this battle. But I'm just going to go for the Psychic here. He is still in King's form, so his defenses are like really high. I get a crit there, but as you can see, even with a crit, that does like no damage to him. So he's going to switch forms. He's going to go for the Shadow Claw, and I believe that's going to take out my Meowstic. So I'm going to go into my Heliolisk here, which is actually the wrong Heliolisk, because my other one actually carries hidden power, but this one doesn't. But it's fine. As I said, I'm just kind of jacking around here, messing with him. So I just go for the Thunderbolt as he protects himself. The next turn I go for Thunderbolt again. It does a reasonable amount of damage as he switches forms again, and he goes for the Sacred Sword rather this time, which is super effective, but I do still have my Reflect up, so That's not going to kill me, and he's going to go for a King Shield, changing forms. So basically, this is just a bunch of back and forth. I really don't know why he's stalling at this point, because, I mean, he's lost the battle anyway. I hate when people do this, but at this point, I won the battle. So I'm just going to go for another Thunderbolt, and that is going to take out the Aegis Slash, and that is good game. So, thank you, Omar, for the awesome battle. I didn't really like that you brought 2 Ubers, but hey, I still won. Gogoat went on a fucking rampage, which is awesome. It made me laugh a little bit during the battle. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. It was pretty silly nonetheless, but thank you guys. So like, favorite, subscribe, comment, and toodles.